Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Torgor, the Minotaur. Malvel's plot. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. I sure am, so. Chapter 3. Malvel's plot. Let me turn up the music up. Take the stand. There we go. Tom and Elena stepped cautiously into the edge of the marsh, trying to judge whether there was a firm path across. For an instant, Tom felt himself sink. Then his feet came to rest on firm ground. He peered into the distance, looking for a landmark. They would need something to aim for so that they didn't become disoriented. Relief surged through him as he saw a cluster of buildings on the horizon. He turned to Elena. Even without the golden helmet, I can still see for long distances, he said happily. I've spotted something. Elena's face split into a grin. What is it? She asked. Tom shaded his eyes with one hand against the angry red of the setting sun, and looked out across the marsh again. It must be a village, he said. Let's head for it. He sheathed his sword and took Storm by the bridle. Elena nodded and looked for Silver. The wolf was darting around excitedly, but came when Elena called him to her side. Tom mounted Storm, and Elena scrambled up behind him. With Silver padded alongside of them, they set out into the marsh. Tom guided Storm carefully, avoiding the pools of water that dotted the boggy ground. They had not gone far when they heard a furious roar from behind them. Tom spun around in the saddle, ready to draw his sword. Brilliant white light was shining from the distant lion's gate. A second later, a dark figure burst through it and headed for the marsh. In their direction, Tom caught his breath. It was Tagus, the horseman. Good beast and protector of Aventia, who had helped them to defeat Trillian, the three-headed lion. He must have followed us through the gate, Elena gasped. Tagus plunged into the marsh. Tom slid down from the Storm and splashed back from splashed back through the mud towards the horseman, waving his arms above his head. No, stop, go back, he yelled. He knew that Tagus couldn't understand what he said, but he hoped that the beast would understand his gestures. But Tagus did not seem able to stop. He threw his head back and let out another roar, full of anger and frustration. He was trying to dig his hooves into the swampy ground. but some invisible force was pulling him onwards, deeper into Gorgonia and across the marsh. "I've got to try to block him," Tom said. "Keep Storm and Silver out of the way." Helena nodded and guided Storm out of Tagis's path. The stallion was skittish, but obeyed. Then she called to Silver, who darted to her side. The horseman was upon him now, but Tom did not move out of the way. Tagis reared his forelegs, striking at the air, barely missing Tom's head, trying to fight whatever was pulling him on. But his hooves continued to drag through the mud, and he was forced further into the marsh. Tom leaped forwards and tried to grab one of the horseman's flailing arms. But it was impossible. Tagis's head thrashed to and fro, and he thrust out his arms as if he were trying to defend himself from an invisible enemy. His skin was shiny with sweat, and his eyes rolled back in fear. With a last roar of bewilderment and rage, he broke into a gallop. Tom's hands clenched as he watched Tagis race across the marsh. His hooves threw up showers of mud, but he went on, galloping faster and faster until he was a speck in the distance. Tom turned to Elena. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" he asked. "Something was forcing Tagis into the marsh," she said. "It must be Malvel." "I wouldn't be surprised." Tom gazed out across the marsh. Tagis was now completely out of sight. He jumped onto Storm's saddle in front of Elena. Tagis was heading towards the village. "We have to follow him," he said. "Don't you see? There is a second part to our new quests now." Elena furrowed her brow. "I don't understand." Tom gritted his teeth. Malvel wants to send evil beasts into Aventia once more, so he's pulling the good beasts into Gorgonia. Without the good beasts, Aventia has no defense. And that was chapter 3. I forgot that was a thing. And the third series. Now they have to defeat 6 new beasts and save the good beasts of Aventia. I forgot about that. In the third series. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my read through Torgor, the Minotaur, chapter 3. What was the chapter's name again? Hold on a bit. Hold on. Malvel's plot. Chapter 3, Malvel's plot. But yeah. Hope you guys liked my read through Beast Quest. And I hope I didn't mumble this time. I sometimes get too much into the reading that I start to mumble and you can barely understand what I'm saying. Hope I didn't mumble this time. But yeah. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and do whatever. Enjoy my other videos that I did of this series. Third series! Woo! First book of the third series. Yay. Right. I never know how to end these videos. So. Forgot to shave. Oh well. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.